Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Sew Granny Sew. Today we are going to make a sunshine quilt block. We have an abundance of colors here. Once again, I was digging through my scrap bucket to use some of them scraps up. And all my pieces were cut at 6 inches long in a variety of colors that yell yellow to me. So that is all you want. You can have some oranges in there. So all we're going to do is we're going to pick out our rays from an assortment. I mean, we don't want to put two colors together and so forth. So we'll go ahead and we'll set these aside, leaving one of each behind. So the thickness on these can vary. You can have it as thick or as thin as you'd like as far as the width of them. So I think a variety of both thick and thin works wonderful. What we're going to do is we're going to pick a light and a dark. And in order to pick those out and know how they set, go ahead and line up your fabrics and take a black and white photo. You can take a photo and then just use your filters on your phone. All right, you're going to arrange your strips, taking a light, a medium, and a dark. And you're just going to rotate that all the way around. Okay, so once we have those all lined up, each strip, and lay it out, because you're going to need to trim these down so they do angle. Maybe we should have done this before we sorted them into light, medium, dark. So we can see that these strips are about not quite 2.5 wide. So we're going to go ahead and leave them that, but we're going to angle it down. And the reason for that is because by the circle, it's going to be narrower and then they're going to go up and out. So we got 2.5 at top, and we want probably 1.5 at the bottom. So I'm just looking at my ruler here and situating 1.5 across there, right centered in there, to see where exactly we want that to be. Turn it the other way, put this far corner at the 1.5 inch mark, then line that top up, and that will give you the curve to the slant on the other side, right here. And a light. By the time we get them 1/4 inch seams in there, down at this end, this is going to gather in a lot more. Lay them next to each other, and sew a 1/4 inch seam. We'll just go ahead and finish all the way through them, and then I will meet you back here. Okay, so we got that piece all sewn up. On the back, I just ironed them all. So we have that one done. We trimmed those edges up. I got some more laid out. I don't know if we're going to have enough, as you can see. So I am going to have to search for some more because we only have 2 colors yet to go. So I'm going to look for some more and incorporate some more color into there. And I'm going to do that before I sew any of this together or cut them down. For the simple fact we want them around the quilt to mix and match, or around the sun to mix and match. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more fabrics out, place them in here, and then I will meet you back here. So I had exhausted all of my scrap bucket as far as pieces big enough to do this with. So I went ahead and dipped into my quilt squares that I previously cut from other projects. So I started, because I know these are 6 inches long, I started with my 6-inch squares, went up to my 6.5, and then my 8, and there's plenty here that I didn't have to go no further. So we can see that the height of this is 12 inches from top to bottom. And we'll make sure it stays there, because by the time you take your 1/4 inch seam allowance, anything above that is going to be hidden anyways. So we want to make this go 12 inches long as well to make a 12-inch block. And we could actually take a yellow jelly roll or strip pack, or they have many different prints in them already, and use a color coordinated way to make your sun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take our 6-inch pieces. I love this batik. It's got so many different colors in it that it's so useful. I have quite a bit in my quilt square one. It was also a scrap. People sell like larger scraps in the Facebook group. So it might be like 21 or 31, less than a yard. And I'll cut my fat quarters out, and after that I will just cut bigger quilt squares or 10 by 10 layer cake squares, whatever I can get out of them. So I've accumulated quite a bit on the 6 inch. I think these are 6.5 here. They are. Okay, so we'll start with the 6 inch, and I'm going to do all my 2.5 inches. Those ones there, and then I do want to incorporate some of this teddy bear print because it's got a lot of yellow in it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 6.5 inch as well. Okay, as you can see, we got it 1/4 of the way done. I did get more strips cut out here, and now the more I think about it, I think I actually want to make just a quarter sun. I'm making a quilt with a seam on it, so I think I'm just going to go from the top of the quilt over to the side of the quilt up in the far right corner. I'm going to go ahead and add one more to this side. That way I get a nice straight line. Of course, this does get trimmed down, but I want that little bit extra to ensure I get a nice straight line going downward. So I'm going to add one more to this end, just with one of these. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. We'll go with this one and add that to the end, and then I will meet you back here. Okay, so we have that one attached now. So we have a nice full quarter of the sun, and that's what I was after. So on the outside edge, if you wanted to have points on your sun, you would just cut these off at a point. I am doing applique to attach mine. If you wanted to sew it in, you could do points in little squares, make half square triangles. So you can do a rounded piece and just attach it rounded. However you want to attach it. I'm going to go ahead with mine and do mine rounded. Side here, we're going to take our fabric. I must apologize all because it totally did not film that last part where I showed how to attach this. So the video with the monkey bib, we are attaching this just like we did those ears. So you're going to line up this edge of your fabric to this edge of your fabric, and you're going to work your way around. We're just doing a 1/4 inch seam on it, right sides together, and we're just going to work our way around as we're sewing. So it's going to be slow going. Now, if you open that up, it's going to want to curve a little bit. So what we want to do is snip these ends here around that curve. So you're just going to go ahead and start snipping up to the seam. Do not snip the seam. If all iron flat, we need to trim this up so it all is the same size. We need that 90-degree angle on the corner there. So I'm going to keep as much of this as I can and cut off a little bit of the teddy bear one. So we're going to go ahead . Okay, so we got a nice 90-degree angle on that. So when we go to do this side, I am actually putting mine into a quilt, and this will be the background, so it will be around there. But until I do the width of it and see which direction this all goes in, I don't want to cut that out right now. But as you can see, we're going to do the same thing like we did there. We're just going to guide that around that circle, cutting it 1/4 inch bigger. So we'll lay it out, mark it 1/4 inch bigger. We will trim this up depending on if you want to add points or whatever to your sun rays. And then we'll attach that the same way we attach this, and it will sit right into your quilt. In the meantime, I'm just going to go through and tidy up these edges here. People are probably thinking, well, where's all the orange for the sun? But I am doing the embroidery in orange, so I didn't want to incorporate too much of a solid orange in it. I did like the swirl and how it shows up in different pieces and stuff, but I didn't want too much orange because now it's going to get embroidered in onto or appliqued in an orange color. So let me know any thoughts on this, guys. Drop them in the comments below. I really enjoyed making it. I think that it'll come in really handy. Perfect practice to make them circles. A big sun like this, you could actually do the 4 sections of join the squares together and make a big sunshine in the middle of like a baby blanket or something. That'd be really cute. If you found this video useful, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps our channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and do that too? I'd appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.